The number one moment at Turner Field took place on October 19, 1999. During the regular season, the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets had developed a significant rivalry. For much of the season, they challenged for the National League East Division title, and in the first 6 games they played against each other, the Braves took 4 of them. Then, on September 21st, the Mets went into Atlanta for a 3-game series, and were 1 game out when they got swept. They would lose 4 more games, falling 8 games out, and would be eliminated from the NL East race. Then, with 3 games remaining, in order for them to win the wild card, they'd have to win all 3 games against the Pirates and hope the Reds, who were leading, would lose at least 2 of their 3 games to the Brewers. The Mets would sweep the Bucks and force a 1-game playoff after the Reds lost 2 of 3 games to Milwaukee. The Mets would defeat Cincinnati and beat the Diamondbacks in the division series, setting the stage for a classic showdown against the Braves. The Braves would continue their dominance of the Mets in the series, winning the first 3 games, and it looked like they were going to waltz to the World Series. But the Mets would take both games 4 and 5 in dramatic late-inning fashion, which included an epic Game 5 that went 15 innings, and the stage would be set for one of the all-time great playoff finishes. For the 3rd straight game, it looked like the Braves were going to win when they took a 5-0 lead in the first inning. Kevin Millwood, who had defeated the Mets in Game 2, continued where he had left off, cruising through the first 5 innings, but the Mets would chase him in the 6th when they scored 3 runs. But the Braves would answer back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th to take a 7-3 lead with 9 outs to go. The Mets, however, would not fold easily. They would light up John Smoltz for 4 runs and tie the game, and in the 8th inning, they'd take the lead on a Melvin Mora single, putting them within 6 outs of tying up the series. But with 1 out in the bottom of the inning, Eddie Perez would single, and pinch runner Otis Nixon would steal second, reach third on a bad throw, and score on a single by Brian Hunter. The Braves would get the lead run into scoring position, but the Mets would get out of it. The Braves would get the winning run into scoring position in the 9th inning, but the Mets bullpen once again would get out of it unscathed. Then in the 10th, with runners on the corners and 1 out, Todd Pratt, who won the division series with a walk-off home run, had a chance to be hero again. He would come through with a sac fly to put the Mets within 3 outs of tying the series. But in the bottom of the inning, the Braves would put runners on first and second with 1 out, and Ozzie Guillen would hit a single to drive home the tying run. Then in the bottom of the 11th, with Kenny Rogers on the mound, Gerald Williams led off with a double, and Brett Boone sacrificed him to third. The gambler would intentionally walk the next 2 hitters to load the bases and set up the double play chance with Andrew Jones coming up. In an epic at-bat, Jones would work the count to 3-2, and with the crowd of 52,335 on their feet ready to explode, Rogers threw a pitch high and out of the strike zone for a walk, forcing home the winning run and sending the Braves to their 5th World Series of the decade and first in Turner Field.